Hi guys, Zach Monaghan here, aka Ziggy. Nah, just kidding. Um, Today I'm here to talk about just life. You know, just trying to think of another word of putting it into the video, to put it into the video, but just life. You know, and what life's purpose is. And I can tell you one thing: it's what you make it. It's what you feel its purpose is. That's what its purpose is. For instance, for me, I feel, I felt like moving to Melbourne. So I moved here. That was my purpose. One of my purposes in life is travelling around lots. I felt now that I have to get good at all sports. Good, not great. Okay. Not saying that but you never know, it could become great, because there's nothing saying that you can. The only limitations is in your own mind. So when you sit and you know, oh, I can't do it, oh, is it hard, is it hard, is it hard, that's the wrong fucking attitude. You know, that's what the one thing I hate is someone, you know, they see you doing something. For instance, I love rollerblading, okay, inline skating, and people always come up to me at the skate park and stuff and they go, oh, is it hard, is it hard, is it hard? It's the wrong fucking question. You should be asking me how easy it is. You should be asking me, oh, is it easy? Can I have a go? You know, and go off that. But instead, it's the opposite. You want to know what's hard about it instead of what's good about it. What's bad instead of good. Just like, what do you love about it? Do you want to live with love? Or what do you hate about it? Do you want to live with hate? Because I seen a great video yesterday about it, and there's this girl, and she pretty much summed up all the bullshit about God, and you know, just set people straight. Now, what it was saying was, she was saying that we are God, we are the universe is God. You know, God created from within, so therefore we are in God, so therefore we are God. And she went on to say that, you know, we can do anything we want in this world. We can create, do. The only limitations come from up here. You know, we are God. We are equal to all and everything else in this world. And everything in this world, not just in our world. And think of a world as a fucking Earth. Think of the universe. I should have said universe from the start, but in our dimension is an even better way to say it, because there's more than one dimension out there. The only limitations, anyway, is in our mind. You know, you're thinking, and oh, I can't do that because this might happen, that this, and you're creating those things. You're making those things happen. Think about what you want to do, not what you don't want to do. Think about what you need to do to be able to land that trip, not what you don't want to do. Making sense? So it's just the beginning, the brief about life. You know, it's all about mindset. Where's your mind at? What are you focusing on? You're focusing on, you know, what everything that you're doing wrong in life. And you know, no, there's no wrong. It's all mutual. The yin and the yang. You know, it's all mutual. It's what you perceive it to be. You know, if you look at, for instance, my grandma died last year. Now, and I could have looked at that extremely badly and all those kinds of things, but it was just time for her to move on. She's lived fucking 84 years of her life on Earth. You know, there's plenty. And now she's actually watching over me and helping me through my spiritual journey in the spirit realm. So, you know, life goes on. Life goes on after this fucking living on earth as well, and you don't go moving on into some heaven. Life goes on. Just imagine if you went to some heaven. You could do whatever the fuck it was, what people, some people say it's full of streets of gold, it's full of this, it's full of diamonds, or I don't know why they want those sorts of jewels, but anyway, just something about it. But anyway, would you really be happy there? Think about in 100 years' time when you're after in your heaven. Get kind of boring, wouldn't it? I'd get fucking bored, man. I get bored every day. I'm always trying to do new shit. Been learning how to sing now. Yeah, like I said, I've got to learn all sports. That's one of my things I've got to do in the future is become a teacher, PE teacher, and then eventually change the schooling system. But that's a different story. Not about my life at the moment. It's about life in general. Life in general. Nah, but yeah, so do what feels right for you. Okay, for instance, you feel, when we're kids, we have that intuition, and we're just like, no, it just doesn't feel right, and you just go with it, and the things actually turn out alright. 90% of the time, well, in my life they did. Thankfully, I had a very loving, open mother and father, but others don't. They don't get to the point to realise that was the right thing because they've had too many people putting them down, telling it was the wrong thing. So they didn't even get to experience it. And that's another thing. Don't fucking listen to everyone else. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Look at them. I'm just like, sorry, I don't mean to brag down on people and shit like that, but they're just... The only reason someone will put another being down is because they've got such a big ego and they're so lost in their own lives. They've just been slaves their whole life. They, think that they have to keep chasing this money and buying all these things, and eventually it's going to reach happiness, but they'll never find it because where's happiness come from? Within, through meditation, learning that all is within you. Everything you need. For instance, drugs, okay? You can get high off meditating. You can learn to meditate and make yourself high. Therefore you don't have to smoke fucking marijuana. What's adrenaline? It's fucking, you take Eckies or fucking a bit of coke or something like that. It's just like getting your adrenaline pumping to an extremely high rate. When I go to clubs and stuff like that, I don't take shit. I just start dancing and my adrenaline just kicks fucking in. I just start partying. It's the best nights, Don't drink. That's in too many bad spirits. Don't fucking drink. It kills brain cells. It destroys you. It's one of the worst drugs out there. Long term. Nothing wrong. You don't have to do nothing I say. But yeah. Do what feels right for you. I've been learning spirals, and those who are out there that know about spirals. There's too many blue people. Too much blue in this world at the moment. And by blue, it means sheep. That's pretty much what blue is in a way. And that's what I was talking about. There's too many people just following along, thinking that if they do what everyone else does, then they'll get happy. They'll reach happiness, or something. No, that person, his joy lies with, say, for instance, skateboarding. Okay? But this other being, his joy lies within reading and writing. He's a poet, for instance. It's what he loved to do as a child. He would say poetic things naturally and have all that intuition about, what poets do. I'm not sure about, what sort of a kid a poet would be. But, yeah. I know that he would be very wise with his words, obviously. So if he was following along thinking, once he gets good at skateboarding, he'll be happy. Sorry, battery's going flat. Once he gets good at skateboarding, he'll be happy. Do you think he's ever going to find happiness? No, because it's not where his heart is. His heart's over here. And a child's poetry, because, I don't know, I know in a lot of countries, especially in Australia, you got to be a fucking man. Man up. Be a man. Have a beer. Be a man. Fucking all this man shit. What is a man? My interpretation of a man is the opposite. A loving, caring, fathering, beautiful being that helps all, loves all, and wants joy for everyone. Not going out, starting fights, creating more hatred in the world, and all fights ever bring is more fighting, I was a martial arts instructor before I moved to Melbourne, and I was a professional athlete as well. And what the problem was that it just wasn't. What was the point of it? I'd go, I'd conquer these fears, which was great. It's really good to teach you how to conquer your fear, because you've got no choice when you're in the ring. But I got out the ring, and I won. Here's a medal. Congratulations. And then it goes on to feeling bad because I've hurt the person. And, all these kinds of things. And yes, it's a sport. It is a sport. It doesn't fucking matter. Still hurting him. The only reason they've been made have point systems and things like that is so it can be a sport. It's still fighting. You're still in there punching each other in the freaking head. Still in there kicking each other, kicking the shit out of each other. You're still in there trying to break each other's arms and whatnot. You know what I mean? Bullshit. It's like the Diaz brothers. Martial artists. Extremely good martial artists. Nick Diaz more than Nate. But he doesn't like fighting, but he has no choice, because martial arts doesn't have enough respect to see it as a spiritual habit, see it with its spiritual background, and that you don't need to punch people in the head to prove that you're the best. Bruce Lee didn't. He's the best martial artist in the world, and you can't step up on him. They'd get their ass kicked if he was backed up into a corner. Don't get me wrong. He would never just, you want to fight? He wouldn't do that shit, because he had love. He was a spiritual being. He had true compassion, etc. So do what feels right. Be you, and you'll be happy. And accept the now. We live too much of, what are you going to do? What are you going to be in the future? What do you hear too much of that shit around in this world at the moment? It doesn't matter. You get there, and worry about it when you get there. But at the moment, what are you doing? What do you want to do at the moment? You want to draw? Go and draw. You want to sing? Go and sing. Who gives a fuck if you can't sing? You'll learn. We all have a voice. It's about opening up that, some say, throat chakra, and just becoming attuned with your natural vibrations and frequencies. Just tune in. Hand yourself over to your higher self, to God, whatever you want to call it, and just let Him do His thing through you. It's still you, don't get me wrong, it's you, it's your soul. He just knows what you want to do more, you know. He knows what you can do. You don't, because you've created and listened to others and yourself and believed them and created limitations. Don't limit yourself. You can do anything. Anything. Without, as long as there isn't fear. Fear comes from ego. Ego comes from what humans perceive as bad in the world. That's why I really love the yin and the yang, is because if you look into it, it's God. The yin and the yang is God. It's good and the bad working together. God, the universe will create things in your life that are bad. But what does it do? Puts you back on track. Shows you what you were doing was the wrong thing. You know, it all comes from you. We are creating this reality. This is all an illusion. When you think about it, if it's an illusion, what does that mean? It's an illusion. I can do what I choose. You know, within the limitations of what we have all created. You know, because we all have individual realities, but at the same time we have to have a combined reality. Otherwise the world would just be all scattered around and just wouldn't have structure. It needs structure. Everything needs a base. The base. The base. That'll do. So I think the message has gotten across. Do what feels right, and you'll become happy. And the problem in the world, you know, last few years, for instance, like I said, I still am a martial artist. I just don't compete anymore. Fuck that shit. It's pointless to me. Not those who fight out there. Don't get me wrong. Live your life the way you choose. Could make a difference within the fighting scene. I don't know. You could be the man that proves to everyone that you don't need to be violent to win fights. You know. I know how. You know, so it's already out there, but you could be the man that does it in the UFC. You could be the man that does it in Muay Thai or Taekwondo. You know, Taekwondo is a little bit different because it's really became a game. For instance, you don't even say fight anymore. You say go and play Taekwondo. It is a game now. It's awesome, but people still get knocked the fuck out sometimes and stuff like that. So it still has that violent background. That's why I like skating and aggressive sports so much, like extreme sports. It's because you don't need to take that anger out on someone else and all sorts of things like that, you know, but you're still challenging yourself, you're still putting yourself through amazing amounts of fear and conquering it and, you know, constantly recreating your reality into new possible scenarios and new and pushing them boundaries. Yeah. Yeah. So what I was saying about fighting was, yeah, I was a martial artist, you know, I was living that life, but it wasn't me. It didn't feel right to me. I was doing it for others. I was doing it to prove to people with my ego I am a tough guy. I am a man. I just don't like to prove it. Because I've always been at heart very loving and things like that. So I've never been, when people fucking arc up and stuff like that, I don't. I just walk away. So I think I went through that stage of competing just to prove to everyone that I can fight, and that, that, and I got extremely good at it, but it wasn't fulfilling. You don't walk away from a fight going, yeah, just kicked his ass. You do, but then when you really think about it, it didn't feel good to me. So that's, when what I did, for instance, was I went and lived at a Buddhist with 2 Buddhists just out in Bonville, out in the bush, right out, and I just had my sword and stuff like that there, and I just trained and did whatever I wanted to help. I cleaned up all their house, removed a lot of leaves and things like that, stopped their house from potentially catching on fire. The house was wood and they had leaves everywhere, but anyway, so I raked off all their roofs and etc., and it was just a great time. What it did for me was helped me realise who I am and what I want to be doing, and then I started backpacking around Australia. Now, decided to see all the friends and family before I disappear, because I didn't know how long I'll be coming back until I come back. Didn't know if I was coming back, all those sorts of things. I didn't know when the next time I'd be speaking to them was, so I just went and friends and family, boom, got to Melbourne, the last destination, love it, so decided I'm staying here for a while, looking for farming jobs. Then I was going to keep moving. I was like, stuff it. The universe wasn't letting me. I tried like 4 times to get there. And then I thought around it. I had these feelings, stay here. And this thing's telling me stay here. For some reason I misinterpreted it one day and fucking just sat at a park for a few hours. But anyway, you got to go through those stages. And now I've got a salesperson's job, helping lots of people with solar, getting solar energy up, helping the environment. Not as much as what we could with crystal energy and stuff like that, but different story. And also, saving them shitloads of money, because they actually pay it off with the savings, etc. So it's a great company, and I'm happy working there. I've met a mate and his girlfriend, spiritual people, spiritual beings, and I'm really resonating with them. Stayed at their house a while, like last week, and it was incredible. We just did some amazing things. I have some gifts, healing gifts, etc., energy healing gifts, and we really started, because they're so open to all. We really got to tune into Reese's body, help him a lot, fix his back up, untwist his rib and different sorts of things. So it was very beneficial for me to realise that these powers, when I say powers, it's because we shouldn't be called a power, because we all have it. Or it's just as equally as a power as walking. Everyone has the power to walk. Everyone has the power to heal. Everyone has the power to not to meditate. Everyone has the power to meditate, and that's how you get all these things. So that is true. But everyone has the power to be a clairvoyant. Everyone has the power to tune in to the land and listen to the universe. Everyone has the power to astro travel. Just put it this way: everyone has the power to become enlightened. No matter who you are and what you are, where you are from, we are all equal. We all have the same genetics. And I know that sounds weird, You don't look like me, so then we don't have the same genetics. We're all human. You know, 2 limbs, sorry, 2 arms, 2 legs, a head and a body, a heart, a brain, 2 eyes, and the 3rd eye, the 3rd ear, the 3rd mouth. It's just, how bad do you want these things? When I say how bad do you want these things, I don't mean just sit there and meditate and go and try and push it through physically. It's not going to happen. It's not a physical thing. You know, this, tape measure, okay? It's a physical thing. So if it's blocked, say, just pretend we didn't lock it, okay? For some reason it's blocked up. Or pull on it to get it out, okay? Get tough with it, alright? It's the complete opposite. When you start meditating and things like that, you have to be completely clear-minded. No internal thoughts or anything must be expressed. Just complete silence, complete oneness with all, complete harmony, complete love. If you're hating, if you still have hate and fear and those sorts of things, then you won't be let in, because you're fearing the wrong person. That's what that lady was saying that I was mentioning before, is it's God. He is loving, caring, full of compassion, joy, all those things. So why fear him? He's forgiving, the stories of Jesus and things like that. That's why he died on the cross. That's what the Bible says. For our sins. He went through that pain, all that bad, all that what humans perceive as evil, to bring the good from it. Goes back to the yin and yang. And there is rules for this universe as well. So don't think that okay, I'll just go out and believe this, and I'll go and do this, and fucking just rip people off, and because I can do whatever I want in this world. It's yeah, you can, but karma's gonna fucking get you. Yeah. Everything you do in this world has an equal and opposite reaction. Okay. Sometimes it's instant. I was watching these videos the other day, and don't watch videos that have lots of not violence, but injuries and things like that. Those failed videos and stuff like that. You're putting a shitload of fear into your own mind right there. You're watching others hurt themselves and laughing at them. So then when you get up and want to do those things, you're too scared because you've seen too much of the wrong thing. Go and watch People Are Awesome and things like that. The people that are nailing stuff. Triple backflips on BMX, fucking just, skydiving off freaking just the amazing skyscrapers and all sorts of shit like that, Watch that stuff. Because then that's what's in your mind. That's what you're filling your mind with. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're after in life. Everything gets absorbed subconsciously, and it alters you and you to that accordingly. So, yeah. But yeah, I was watching the that video, and it was just like, I watched this one, and this man was trying to kick this dog into the river, and then he's nudging the dog, and the dog jolts back, and then he ends up slipping and freaking falling back into the river himself, and it's just instant karma right there. But it doesn't always happen like that. It may happen 5 years down the track, You may wrought all these people off and just, you know, just be a cunt to them all. Sorry, ladies, shouldn't have said that word. But you know what I mean? I'm Australian. Just how I roll. Nah, joking. But, you know, what was I saying? You might be doing all these bad things now, and then in 5 years' time, you lose all your family, you lose all your friends, you lose all the money you've earned, and you just hit rock bottom. Now you may think of that, oh, you know, it's bad karma, it's bad karma, it's bad karma, but it's the way you perceive it. Yeah, it is bad because those things are very unfortunate, you know, you're losing lots of things, but what's it going to make you do? It's going to make you either go one or two ways. You're either going to be an egghead and just think, oh no, the world owes me, fucking, I'm, you know, too good for this shit, you know, the world should, you know, like I just said, the world owes me. Then you're just going to keep going down that road and just get worse and worse and worse. Or you can say, right, well, yeah, that happened for a reason. That I shouldn't have been doing all that other shit, so I didn't lose all my friends and family. So then when I did run out of money, I could have asked my friends and family for a little bit to spare, so it kept me rolling, so that I didn't go bankrupt and lose my house and whatnot. And then you learn from that, and you get back on track. You make friends with all your family again, and you don't go and do all that shit you did before. So just follow that intuition. Just do what feels right to you, and you will live an amazing life. Peace. With love. Love is all you need. Love, love, love is all you need.